Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go.
Second and 6. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back. Someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Let it 50, plant.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
5.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This is the tight end Fant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that's caught by Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Throwing on first down. Costello. He's going to loft one. Deep left. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Houston.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
61, matchbox lights. Go.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for the Niners. 61 yards that time on the ground.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's trash. Hey, Delta.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Texans 3.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
Back to throw. Costello. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A big play there out of Kamara. 46 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready. 10-2, sir.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
5.
On first down, Costello. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 2. He's got Smith here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. All day.
On first and 10, Costello. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Big stop, let's go. 51.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Ready? 50, plant.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tony Pollard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They're going to look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, echo.
To throw again, Costello. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Go now. 18 Gator.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
He'll pitch it. Shreds the tackle. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
set. 18 Gator.
I'm coming out to you. I'm coming out to you.
Hey, exit.
Hey, Mike, 55.
To throw on second down. Costello. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Costello. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Looking to throw. Costello, throw left side, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 39-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Go. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. Throws right side, and that's complete. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Set up. 10 Lobo.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
50. Mike's 50.
Go.
Back to throw. Costello got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Love. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Come get some. Come get some.
Looking to throw. Costello, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run it again with Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Watch the pass. Check 31.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down, Houston.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over. Right now, by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Costello. And this one complete to Smith. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing on 1st down. Costello airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, and that'll make it third down. The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 6. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So we'll see the onside kick here right out of the 2-minute warning. And the 49er hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
On first down, Pollard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
The quarterback gets it. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for San Francisco, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles David,